Hello everybody and welcome back to new Eriador. We're back! I'm back with Groover. So Groover, what did we do last episode?
We did loads. I was absolutely shattered by the end of the episode. We built up the 16 village iron farm. We've got a little bit more to do, of course. Yeah, lots done.
So plan for today is to just finish what we did last time with all the redstone. If you have missed it, this is kind of a part 2 of the episode, so maybe you want to go back and check it out if you haven't. So we will finish all the redstone things and we want to decorate the farm so it looks good. And I don't know what we get around to doing first, but we'll get to work now and see that we get some progress made for this iron farm. So by the end of the episode, I want to see this thing producing tons of iron golems, right, Groover? We should get this done.
Yeah, right.
So
I'm gonna cross my fingers.
Yeah, let's get to work then. Yeah, it's like wires everywhere, but I guess that it is just connecting stuff from the outputs that you're having here. So this thing, we talked about it last episode, this is going like one item is going around in a circle activating different things, right?
Yep, exactly.
Oh, it's right here in this hopper right now. So it just was activating this line and then it will move on and will activate this at some point. Yeah, I think
it's
that's
about,
how it works.
Yeah, it's about 6 seconds between each hopper.
Okay, so we should see it move forward. Yeah, that is now in here. And then we'll see this one activate. And then we can maybe go to the top so you can explain what is being activated. So
Cool.
Let's see this. Click, and there, this is activated. And this is how everything is then powered. So let's try to not fall into the gaps and head out. So maybe you can explain a little bit the concept how this farm is stacking villages. We should maybe head to the top so we get an overview.
Yeah. So it's not a terribly well-known mechanic, but basically the basic village size is 32. So what this farm is doing is we're going to stretch the size of the village out to be bigger, so that it can connect to doors which wouldn't normally be in its range, and that way we can get the village centre to move from one side of the farm over to the other side of the farm without interfering with villagers that are in the middle. So basically the villager in the northwest drops down, creates a village, and very quickly moves that village towards the centre here where I'm stood. Then around about the same time it connects up to a row of doors here and a door way out in the south over there.
So the road connects to right here is the one that we are opening, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
for the first time it's just this row and then it will be this one here.
Perfect timing.
We just hit the reset button so we can see actually something happening. So now it actually did what you just said. It's now connecting to these doors here. And then next you said it will be connecting to the villager over there, which we can hardly see because there's so many trees in the way.
But yeah, connecting to those two things, it's making the village really, really big. So it can see the villager over there in the far east. And he's got a few doors over there, and that's going to pull the village centre way over past the centre line here. And actually make it closer, whoops, ouch, to the east side than the village that's already in the centre.
So the doors are always getting added to the closest village then?
Yes.
Alright. So you're pulling the village basically one time around the existing villages around the farm to add it then to the opposite side.
Yep.
That's pretty brilliant.
It's brilliant when it's working. It's it can be quite a tenuous mechanic, but it is very handy. It's very useful, and that way we don't have to keep breaking and placing the doors when we want to reset things. We can just press a button, get everything going in one go.
Nice. So maybe you saw that there is quite a few iron golems already around. That's because we have been in the area and they are now on lead because we want to see if everything's working alright. And Groover said that he can use the iron golems to detect if the villagers are in the right place by just letting them roam around in certain spots. And so I guess that we will do the debugging now, or yeah, basically you will do, because I don't know what to do. And then we can see if this is building up. Maybe in between we will actually start decorating this. So Rick and I got some ideas what we could do for the stuff here. I was thinking a lot about those half slabs here, the stone ones, and I want to get rid of them. So I've got some ideas what we could do about it, and I think it will look pretty fantastic. I guess we'll start with some decorations, and I don't know if you have noticed that I have lowered the ground here. That is because golems were spawning right here on those areas, and we had to remove some of the hills that were around here. One thing I definitely want to do, I don't know why I didn't think of this in the beginning, is to actually replace the signs with fence gates, so it looks a little bit more separated. I think that will add a much nicer look, so I will get on to doing this. It won't be super interesting, so I think I will just skip ahead here. I think that this is looking much nicer now. With it separated, it adds a lot to this, I think. It kind of, I don't know what it looks like, maybe you can let me know. But having those separated and not the glass blocks in between anymore, I like that a lot. Now, for this stuff, we want to have a roof that is now covering the entire building here at a higher point. So we'll move this up and put it up there as a higher roof. And then make this and the one over there a proper building. That's at least the plan, and we'll see how this is working out. The idea we've got laid out, but we have to see how it is working here on the server with our block choice and everything. I think we want to use white concrete again, and we want to not use stone or more of the spruce here, because we need to add a different color into this. So for the roof we'll go for dark oak wood, which will take a long time to collect, I guess. It is very early in the morning, like 6 AM. I just wanted to check on the iron farm, and this happened. It's the last day for the death challenge and I messed it up. Well, GG to everybody else, I'd say. So this is what we are going for, and I think that this is looking way better than what you can see on the other side. And it's just a pretty cool design, I think, because it looks so yeah, like a building you would find in the Alps, I think. If you know my channel for quite some time, you know that I like South Tyrol and Italy quite a lot, and those are buildings that you can see there quite often. Nothing that I see here where I'm living in the northern part of Germany, but southern part of Germany and Austria and northern part of Italy, I think that this is the building style that you see there quite often. We had the issues here that there is the doors that we can't remove or anything, but I think that what we did now with this is alright. We did a little bit of a balcony out of it, and we even have a staircase now going up into this room here. As you can see, I'm just resetting the farm once again, so rebuilding it because a golem spawned out here, and this confused me. It might be because I messed around with the doors down here since I wanted to place them on half slabs instead. And we collected quite a bunch of golems in here, and as you saw in the clip before, I died to one of those golems. It was this morning. I was just standing here, and if I this guy doesn't want to come closer, but if I just step close, oh, that didn't even do that much damage. I was dead in 2 hits of the golem. Oh, there you saw quite a lot of damage. So I was always standing here, but one of them came super close and managed to get me. The reason why I'm not using the bow is because the bow is losing quite a lot of durability, and I can't put mending on the bow. So what we really need is something to kill the golems automatically, and I think that we'll take care of that right now. So we'll design this middle part next. We decided to make some trenches in the center and terraform this a little bit up, so there's now a hill going up to the same level as we have this over here, because then we can just drive the golems like this guy. Now I'm trapped. What can I do about this? Let me check. I've got a sign. I can put the sign here. Dig down. That wasn't planned. That was stupid. No, 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 no. Fixed it. So the golems can go into there, and we have a killing station now set up right here. So it's a little bit of a grill, but for a grill we need to have something that we put on there. So Mr. Piggy here will assist us in having a cool way of killing iron golems, which we'll just do like this. Remove the slab up here, and then I will take the pig over to its destination if it wants to. Maybe Rika can help push it in, or maybe it's really stupid and goes in by itself. Come on, go in. Oh, there it is, and in you go. So there's something in Germany which is called Spanferkel, where you have a very young pig on top of a grill on a stick, which is being turned around, and we thought that this could be kind of cool. So we do have now our pig turned around. Of course it's not really turning, but this looks kind of hilarious. It even looks like a spider pig now if I think about this. And now we need to give it some heat, so we'll do that by releasing the golems. And now, as you can see there, we are grilling our little pig here. This is looking so hilarious. So, yeah, now you can even eat Spanferkel right next to our kind of Alp-style buildings, which we might even make as an inn. So we have some seating areas on the outside, and there you can sit down and eat, but the decoration will follow at another time. I think now we kind of need to focus on the second one of these, and it will be kind of the same as this one right there. So we are having a meeting right now, and since I died, Chrysia said that I can choose her type of death once I die. And I choose that we'll make a big execution out of this. So Chrysia will stand, let's say right there where the map is, and everybody else will point at her with bow and arrow. So make a half circle and point at her, and I will make a little countdown, and then everybody shoot it once, please. So shoot in 3, 2, 1, fire! How's she not dead? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
So, yeah, that's Chrysia's dead. Finally, after 13,000 minutes on the server, she died. There we now have the second building in place, and this was now the moment of truth because we updated the server to pre-release 6, since in pre-release 5 we had a lot of issues with lag, which was a bug in the last pre-release, and the iron farm didn't build up. So now I just hit the reset button once again after we spent hours of debugging here, and let me show you the result. As you can see, there's some lights up there on this one, and that is indicating that the building is done. So now we can see that all villages are in place. And after building this, we have a few golems in here. So let me remove my blockers that I used to actually block off the golems from the entrance. And then we should be able to see our barbecue over here, so our Spanferkel to get cooked up. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It would take a while, I guess, for all the golems to get killed, and maybe we can see in that time if we can see any new ones spawning, because they should now constantly be spawning, because in theory we have 16 villages now stacked into this one position here in the middle between our two houses that we do have here, which I think is really, really awesome. So yeah, that is, I think, this part kind of done. I think if there's not more to fix. One thing I do want to add is actually down here. Let me show you this. So as you saw there, we've got a staircase going that we can go up to the top floor. But one thing I want to add is actually a auto reset with a little bit of a timer. Sorry for the loud golems. There's a pressure plate here, and if there's nothing coming over this pressure plate for, let's say, 2 minutes, I think that should be reasonable, then the reset should be triggered, and so the farm should be rebuilt. That way we'll always get the village rebuilt automatically once it collides down, and we just have one big village there in the center. Because since this is not in the spawn chunks, we do have to face the issue that once we leave the chunks and re-enter them, it will actually form one big village where just a golem spawns every 6 minutes then. So yeah, that is that. Let's now see this last golem be burning, and there's the iron coming in. This is just awesome. I've been waiting for this so long now. In the comment section of the last episode, I found this comment by Uncle Jem. He said, "Nice video, learned a thing or two about redstone and those comparator circuits, and because of that I thought I would quickly explain to you how I now did the reset for the farm, because that is also a quite neat comparator circuit that I did down here. I almost completed. I have to put in the last bits and bobs. But yeah, this is how it is set up now. So up there we have got a pressure plate, and the golems will go over it and will trigger the redstone line right here. This will bring a redstone signal of the strings of 15 into this redstone memory cell. As you can see, this is being held by the signal here, and right now it should be already 14, and it will be decreasing because I have got a clock set up to this that it is decreasing by 1 redstone dust slowly. The way I do it is I've got a clock here which has 4 comparators, and it's fading out because it has 2 redstone here. So that one is holding the redstone signal because it has 15 here, 15 there, 15 there, 15 there. And this one will have, let's say, 15 here, but 14 here, so it will put 14 into here, then it's 14 here, 13 here, and so each time it goes around it loses 1. And it loses 1 every 4 ticks, so then we can multiply that with the 15 ticks over there that we are having in there, because every, 4 ticks by, of course, 15, because we are losing 1 every 15 ticks. We are activating this combination here with the dropper, where an item just gets shot over, and then after 2 ticks it gets shot back. And in those 2 ticks we are subtracting 1 from this comparator, so it will, each time that clock goes from 15 to 14 to 13 and so on. So if we then get a golem, it will all get reset to 15 again, and everything is good. This, by the way, then gets triggered once it runs out of signal strengths every 1.5 minutes about. And so every 1.5 minutes, if we don't get a golem in 1.5 minutes, it will trigger the reset. Then once the reset is being triggered, the farm is building up, and of course we will not get as many golems, and we don't want to trigger the reset again. So what we also have to do, from the redstone over here that Groover did, there's a counter which counts how far we are with the reset. So right now it's just triggered, and we only have, or we didn't actually put doors over, but those doors will move over once we build up the 15 villages, so the first one and the 15 other ones, and once those are run out, the reset is done. So this is a signal that shows us the reset is running right now, and we can just connect this up to up here. Let's see, over here we need another repeater, and that will keep this memory cell then at 15, even though we are subtracting stuff because it's just overwriting it. And so the reset can't be triggered again until we have it completely built up, and then if we don't get a golem in the 1.5 minutes, then we will reset it again. So that's the reset circuit completely done, and that's also all I've got time for this episode. So I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, then feel free to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends, and leave me a comment down below what you think I should do in the next one. And now I'd say, until then, have a great day.